Hey there fam, welcome to today's video on LinkedIn storytelling. I'm your host Dr. Ish, and I'm excited to share with you the power of storytelling on LinkedIn. So let's dive in. So why is storytelling so important on LinkedIn? Well, the truth is people don't connect with facts and figures. They connect with emotions, with passion, and with authenticity. And that's exactly what storytelling provides. Research has shown that storytelling can increase engagement, build trust, and even boost our brain's dopamine levels. That's right. Storytelling can actually make us feel good. So how do you craft a compelling personal brand story on LinkedIn? Well, it starts with identifying your unique value proposition or UVP. Basically, it's that thing that sets you apart from others in your industry. It's what makes you unique, and it's what makes you valuable. It's what makes you different from every other person doing exactly the same thing that you are doing. So you need to take some time to reflect on what your unique value proposition or unique selling point is and how you can use it to tell your story. So now that you have your personal brand story, which is also known as your origin story, your purpose story, the reason why you are doing what you are doing, and the pain point and problem you can solve, it's time to share it on LinkedIn. And the good news is you have a number of ways to do this. You can share your story in your About section, in a LinkedIn post, or even in a video. The key is to be authentic and to be vulnerable and to be consistent. Now, consistency has to be the same across all social media platforms. So you can't share one story on Instagram, another story on Facebook, and yet another story on LinkedIn. Whatever story you share on LinkedIn must be the same. That is, it must be in sync with what is on every other platform. Or else it will destroy your personal brand, spoil your credibility, and of course make you look like you are not being authentic. And when crafting your personal story, please be mindful. You don't need to copy other people to craft your own personal story. Because even if two people are medical doctors or two people are social media managers, each of them will have their own specific reason why they are in that trade of business. Now, once you share your story in your About section and in a LinkedIn post or even in a video, of course, after being authentic and vulnerable, you can also share your brand story on. Remember, I'm always talking about the KLT factor. So, in sharing your personal story on LinkedIn, you can also use it to attract opportunities. Well, the truth is, people want to work with people they know, they like, and trust. Remember, I always talk about the KLT factor. Before anybody buys anything from you, they must know you, they must like you, and they must trust you. They can't just know you and then trust you straight. They have to know you, like you, and trust you. Right? It's a process that must be complete. And to get to that basis of trust, most times you need to use stories to share the kind of person you are, because that's what they'll use to get to know your values, your mission, your objectives, your goals, and get to learn more about the kind of character that you have. So when you share your story, you are building relationships, you are establishing yourself as a thought leader, and you are attracting opportunities. It's that simple. So you have to understand that as a storyteller, as the case may be, if you do decide you want to start sharing stories, you must be very strategic as to the kind of stories you share. Considering the fact that LinkedIn is a professional platform, you have to share stories that speak to your niche, that speak to your area of expertise, And of course, while sharing the stories, you must make sure that your profile speaks to the stories you share, meaning that your headline, your banner, and your entire profile must be properly optimized so that they will be in sync with the stories you tell. Now, this is where using a strategy, content strategy, and a content calendar comes into play. So we have things called a calendar for a reason, because it will guide you on the kind of content to post in relation to your area of expertise. Same way, you can also get a storytelling calendar, which will guide you on the kind of stories to tell. The stories have to show the pain point of your target audience. They have to show your own expertise. They have to tell your brand origin. They have to tell about your success. They have to tell about your failure. They have to also tell about your entire journey. Now, you may not be able to share your entire story at once, but each content you put out on LinkedIn must speak to your journey. You can also use your customer stories as a point of reference. The truth is that the normal or average human being wants to hear stories of how you got to where you are, because definitely everybody knows that you couldn't have made it to where you are overnight, so you must have gone through a certain process or journey. And to make this more interesting, storytelling is the best tool to use because it's so captivating, it inspires, it motivates, and it also drives people to action. The best part of this is that it is very good. It is so good in helping to create that critical emotional connection between human beings. It helps people to understand you more and know you better. And with this, you also sound less boring, especially when your own field or area of expertise is full of facts and figures. But with storytelling, you can captivate the mind and the heart of your audience, making them trust you more, making them want to know you more, and probably eventually buying into your personal brand, your business, or your products. At the end of it all, storytelling is a great booster and game changer for anybody looking to improve their personal brand and become more visible in their area of expertise. It is the differentiating factor, the USP, the UVP, that can make you stand out from any other person in your field. Why? Because storytellers usually know how to convince people more. It's the best tool for conversion. Of course, you also need to know how to get the job done apart from telling a good story. Storytelling is also very good in using for business pitches, and is also good in convincing people, influencing people as well. Of course, there's so much benefit to storytelling. But you know what? We'll stop it here for now. That's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in class.